sent me a pic of a girl in bed with him. Any advice on having a crush on your guy best friend? What would you do if you still had feelings for your ex? How to not overthink having sex with a guy for the first time. How to be happy single. How to know if you're in a toxic relationship. Hey guys, it's Amanda. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, make sure to subscribe and turn on my post notifications so that you don't miss an upload. Today I'm filming another girl talk video. It's been a minute since we've done a girl talk video, so I'm gonna answer a bunch of your guys' questions, anything from like sex to friendships. We're gonna hit it all in this one. I have a playlist with all of my girl talk videos, so if you have missed any of them or haven't seen any at all, make sure to check out that playlist because I think that they're pretty helpful. This is a judgment-free zone also, and all the questions are anonymous, so if you guys want to participate in any of my girl talks, any of my interactive videos, make sure to follow me on Instagram because that is where I ask for all of the questions. I want to break up with my boyfriend, but I'm scared to because he's in all of my classes. Okay, I think that if you don't want to be with somebody anymore, you need to break up with them regardless of if they're in your classes. Whatever the case is, you have to do what's best for you. If it stresses you out, we're almost at summer. Summer is around the corner, so maybe just wait until summer comes and then hit him with the breakup so that you don't have to really deal with it. When you go out, are you focused on meeting guys or having fun with the girls? Me and Carly specifically always talk about this because every single time that we go out, we end up just like being psychopaths together and just like staying together the entire night and just like fucking around, and we never meet guys. Like literally every single time we just get drunk and then the next day we're like, what is wrong with us? Like why did we not even like try to see? But at the same time, I think that it's really healthy to be able to just like go out with your friends and like the reason isn't because you want to find guys. I think that that's kind of dumb. Like if I'm out and I see a cute guy, I'm obviously gonna talk to him and that would be great, but I'm not going out with the intention to find a cute guy because one, that's like disappointing because cute guys are apparently really rare, and two, you should be just having fun alone. You don't need a guy to have fun. You don't need to meet guys when you're out with your friends for the night to be fun. How to know if you're in a toxic relationship. I feel like if you're even asking that, it might be toxic. If they are kind of controlling or if you're controlling, if you guys can't have like a conversation without fighting, I feel like that's a big thing. Like if something is bothering you and you try to talk to your partner about it and then it just results in a fight, I feel like that's just super toxic. Not every conversation needs to lead to an argument. They should be able to just like hear you out and respect your feelings without there being an argument. I feel like there's so many things that can show that it's toxic, but nothing is coming to my mind right now because I've been single for so long. I think that if they do anything that makes you feel disrespected and when you confront them, they don't change their actions. Like let's say they like a provocative picture on Instagram and it bothers you and you bring it up to them and they kind of just disregard your feelings and keep doing it. I feel like that is pretty toxic and that's just disrespectful in general. Also, if you rely on them, I think that that's a very toxic thing that we don't pay that much attention to because like the relationship could be great, but if you are really dependent on them, that could be a little bit toxic for you because I think that you should have independence even if you're in a relationship, and relying on someone too much can cause issues down the line. How to be happy single. I'm happy and I'm single. I don't know. I think that you have to be happy within yourself to even attract somebody that you'd want to be with. I look at it as like I would rather be alone working on myself than wasting my time in a relationship that doesn't like fulfill me or like just a pointless relationship that I don't want to be in. Your happiness should definitely not depend on if you're with somebody or not at all. And I honestly don't think that a relationship will even come into your life until you are like completely content with being alone. That's what I hear at least. How to not overthink having sex with a guy for the first time. Okay, I feel like this is a little bit inevitable just because sex is a very intimate thing, and when you're not comfortable completely with somebody yet, it can be scary. They're in the same boat though. I feel like both people participating, unless they're the most confident person ever, are gonna be a little bit nervous of like judgment and if it's gonna be awkward and whatever it is. Like I feel like there's always a little bit of anxiousness and overthinking before you have sex with somebody for the first time. I don't know if there's like a way to avoid it. Maybe have a couple glasses of wine before. That's probably not good advice, but I feel like alcohol just makes all the overthinking go away for me. I don't know. That's terrible advice. Don't take my advice. I don't know. Just know that he is probably just as nervous as you are, and he's probably overthinking in his head. Also, as a girl, we kind of have the upper hand, and they can kind of just take control and do the thing. Like, let him initiate it. Let him do everything. Obviously, don't be a fucking like dead fish, but like, you don't have to like do the most. You can kind of like just feel out the vibes and go with the flow and let him take the lead, and that should take the nerves down a little bit. What would you do if you still had feelings for your ex? He has a new girl but still texts me. See, that's a really sticky situation, because if you were the girl, you wouldn't want him to be texting you, you know? And also it's like, if he's in a relationship and he's texting you while he's in a relationship and doesn't have respect for his new girlfriend, like, could he have been texting other girls while he was with you, you know? I think it's just like basic human decency for him to like respect the girl he's with now, even though he was with you first. So that's kind of like telling of his character. Do you want to be with somebody that's gonna like kind of cheat on the person that they're with you? I think that's like a huge red flag. I mean, if you still have feelings for him, I would say give it another shot if he wasn't in a new relationship. But I guess if they break up and you want to like give him another try, go for it. You will never know unless you like just do it. But you definitely have to take in consideration like how it ended the first time, because most of the time when you go back to an ex, it's gonna end the exact same way it ended the first time. Like, people can only change so much. But if you guys didn't end on like bad terms, I say why not? But all I'm gonna say is don't be a homewrecker and wait until he is single if you want to pursue him again. Any advice on having a crush on your guy best friend? This is a sticky one because like, it's your best friend, you know? If he's talking to you about like other girls, I think that that's like a red flag that he like isn't interested in you more than a friend. But if he doesn't talk to you about other girls, he possibly feels the same way, but at the same time, he could think that you don't like him, so therefore he's talking to you about other girls. It's really hard. I really don't know how guys think. They're really confusing. I would say maybe risk it and tell him how you feel, but also like, that's awkward because I know that you definitely don't want to ruin your friendship. I guess you have to decide if those feelings are strong enough where you'd be willing to risk your friendship, but also that could be the best relationship of your life, because I personally hear if you're friends first, you're gonna have a better relationship and it's gonna be great and happiness and love, and I don't fucking know what I'm saying, but yeah. So I guess you have to like put all those things into consideration. Either keep it to yourself or tell him how you feel and see if he feels the same way. Nervous to go on dates / talk to boys. Help. I think you have to look at it as kind of more like fun than like, oh my god, is this gonna be the person that I'm going to date? You know, like, it's kind of like getting to know somebody. If it's not gonna turn into a relationship, maybe you could gain a new friend, maybe have a drink before to ease the nerves. Again, with the alcohol advice, definitely not good advice. I need to stop telling you guys to drink to fix your nervousness, but I mean, it fucking helps. I think that dates always seem more scary before you actually go. Like, I know I get so nervous before I hang out with a guy, but once you're there, it's always so much better. And if it is awkward and if the conversation doesn't flow and whatever, if the vibes are just not good, you never have to see him again, and that is not your fault. Don't feel like shit if the date doesn't go well. That just means that they're not the one for you. Like, if the conversation is not flowing, that just is a red flag, and you don't want to like be with somebody that you can barely have a conversation with. So most of the time, once you actually start hanging out with the guy, it just starts flowing and it's chill, and once you're with them, your nerves really tend to go away and you feel a lot more calm. But dating can definitely be fun. You just have to look at it in that perspective of like it being like super chill and not really putting too much pressure on it. Help, I like this guy, but I'm always the one starting the conversation and he isn't from where I'm from. Love you. I love you too. See, if they're never reciprocating that energy and like starting the conversation, I always think that that's kind of weird. If he wanted to, he would, sort of thing. Discharge, question mark. I feel like I have a lot. Is it normal? Discharge is so normal. If you feel like you have more than the normal amount, maybe go to a gynecologist. I know that the gynecologist could seem super intimidating and scary, but it makes you feel so much more comfortable with your body, and to know that everything is like good and you're healthy is just such a stress relief. Like, it makes you just feel good. And yeah, if you're concerned about that or anything that has to do with your body, definitely go to the gynecologist. It's so important. How to get out of a funk of not being confident. For me, I think going to the gym helps me a lot, and just knowing that I'm taking care of myself and my body, it makes me feel good. Also, if I've gone a while without getting like ready, I'll do my makeup and my hair and just make myself feel cute, put on a really cute outfit, maybe order some new clothes that make me feel confident. Retail therapy always helps. Is there a way to tell a guy I want to hook up without sounding desperate? I've never like said to a guy like, hey, I want to have sex with you. I'm just like not really bold like that. I think maybe just like ask him to hang out, and then when you're like hanging out, lean in, make a move. I don't know, but like you don't have to necessarily like Snapchat him and be like, hey, I want to hook up with you. Like, that's a little aggressive. I know that like some girls are bold like that. I'm just not. I don't know. Maybe ask him to hang out first and see how he reacts to that. He sent me a pic of a girl in bed with him. Okay, ew, just ew. Don't talk to him anymore. How to move on from toxic traits. See, I definitely used to have some toxic things I've done in past situations, and now I am very aware of what those toxic things were, and when I catch myself slipping into those mindsets, I like gotta check myself, and I'm like, no, we are not going down that road again. No, don't do that. Toxic, bad, don't do it. So like, yeah, when you catch yourself doing those things, you just gotta fucking yell at yourself. It's fucking hard, to be honest, but if you're aware of it, that's the first step. You're doing great. Do you think it's possible to be friends with an ex? I personally am not friends with any of my exes. I'm like on good terms, but I don't feel a reason to like be friends with an ex unless you were like really good friends first and it just didn't work out and you guys realized you're better as friends. That's like a different situation. I think it definitely is possible if you guys ended on good terms, like I said, but not every situation needs to end with you guys like being besties, you know? Do you think that breaks in relationships are a bad thing? I definitely think that sometimes two people need to separate so that they can grow on their own, and then later down the road can get back together and be better. I kind of view a break as a breakup. If you feel like you need to break up for a while, just do it. I don't think that there's really like a huge point in like a break. I think whoever initiates the break is kind of looking for a breakup and doesn't know how to say it. How to get through heartbreak. This is a tough one for sure. Everyone deals with it differently. It's super important to surround yourself with your friends, family, people who make you feel good. It's also really important to let yourself feel the emotions of the heartbreak. I know that it's really easy to just like suppress how you feel and hide it, but then that will just like bottle up and then bite you in the ass later on. So I think it's important to feel those things and those emotions as they come and deal with them. Talking to people definitely helps. Don't stalk them, don't lurk on them, don't speak to them. Out of sight, out of mind, no contact is like the way to go when getting through a breakup. There is no possible way to get over somebody when you are still communicating with them, and I literally live by that. But you will get through it. Time heals literally everything. How do you get through something / someone that wasn't meant for you but you really wanted them to be? I dealt with this like last year, like a year ago actually. Right now, I was like super infatuated with this guy. He was just so hot, and like I wanted us to work so bad, even though I kind of like knew that it wasn't like right. I just really wanted it to be, and it didn't work out, and it fucking killed me that it didn't, because I just wanted it to so bad, even though I knew it wasn't like necessarily like good for me. And time was really it with that one, because it's kind of like the what ifs. I think that situations where you don't date but you wanted to date them are harder to deal with because there's so many what ifs, and it's hard to get through that. But if they were meant to be in your life, they were gonna be in your life. Whatever is meant to be is gonna be. Like, I just told myself those sorts of things all the time, and that's like the only like thing that really helped. So I don't know if that even helped. I feel like a weirdo for hating hookup culture while being in this generation. LMAO, help. I hate hookup culture too, so don't feel like a weirdo. I feel like a lot of people hate it. It's so annoying. Like, for people that genuinely want like a real relationship, it's hard because so many people are so consumed in hookup culture and just want to hook up with people and don't want a relationship and whatever. But there are so many people that still are looking for relationships and don't just want to hook up with whoever. Trust me, they're out there. You'll find them. Don't feel like a weirdo for not wanting to hook up with random people. A guy left me on scene. What do I do? Don't hit him up again. Wait till he hits you up. Don't force anything. Don't spam him. And if you wanted to answer, he would. And maybe he's busy right now, but definitely wait for him to hit you up now. Okay, I feel like I answered a ton of questions. I'm going to do another one of these in like a month probably. So if I didn't answer your question, don't worry. You can comment down below some questions that you have, or wait for my next Instagram story to go up when I'm gonna film another girl talk. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed, hope this helped in any way. Cute little girl talk video. I love chatting with you guys. It's my favorite thing to do. I love you all to the moon and back. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you guys in my next one.